Welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to learn how to create new branches. So what are these branches actually? So let's say that you're working on a project, okay, and then you have other developers who are working on the same project. Now, you are writing your own set of codes and they are writing their own set of codes, okay. Now, there should be a system that allows you to collaborate together and work together. And obviously, if you both commit changes to one file, it could be a little difficult. Okay, so what you can do is you can create a main branch, okay, and then which is the master, and then you can create your own branch and the other developer can create a different branch, okay, and then similarly if there are multiple developers, they can create their own branches. So one developer is working on one particular file and they go ahead and commit their changes to that particular branch, and the other developer is working on different set of files and they can commit their own changes to the second branch. Okay, and so later on you can compare your changes if you want, and then you can merge those two branches together either to the master branch, or you can just merge those two branches as well. Okay, so in this way you can work together, okay, and still commit your changes. So this is going to be really useful. So let's see how do we do it. Okay, so as we know that the master is the default branch, okay, which is the main branch, okay, and considered to be the trunk of the repository. Okay, now you can create a branch using git branch command. So let's do that. Let's see git branch, and let's say I want to name the branch as branch 1. Okay, all right, now I need to go into that particular branch. Remember earlier, in order for us to go into a particular commit, for example git log, and if we had to go on to this particular commit, all we had to do is get the last the first 5 characters, and we used to use the git checkout command to go to that particular commit, like so. Similarly, we have to do that for branch as well. You need to use the git checkout command. So let's go back to the master branch, or we can just go directly to that particular branch from here as well. So I can do git checkout, branch name is branch 1. Okay, so you can see now we are on that branch 1. Okay, and if you want to know how many branches are there, you can just write git branch, and you can see that currently you are on the branch 1, and there's a star on that and it's green, which means you are on that particular branch, and there's master branch as well. So now you have two branches. One is the default branch, which is master, and second is the branch 1, which is the second branch. Okay, so that's what is done. Okay, and let's go ahead and make some changes now into this branch and see what happens. Okay, so when we create a branch, it basically creates a copy of the entire repo onto that particular branch. Okay, so you can see we have the index.php, test.php, and of course we have got everything else inside of them, so it's just like a copy. You can see we've got that, and in test.php we've got this. Okay, so basically just a copy of that branch. But now if we make any changes into this particular branch and commit it, these changes will be available in this branch but won't be available in the master. Let's try that out. Okay, so let's say that I want to add a new line of code into test.php. So I can type nano test.php, and I'm going to go ahead and write the second line of code, which is this p, and we can write this is added in branch 1. Okay, so we can write p, and we can save it, which is Control X, press Y, it's saved. Okay, now we need to commit it. Remember, we need to commit it, so I'll say git. First we need to add this changes, so we can say git add test.php, git status, status. You can see that changes to the committed, and then we can do git commit m add more content to test.php in branch 1. Remember, be very descriptive when you're doing a commit, and make as many comments as possible, because if you get an error into the next by the next comment, you can always come back to the previous comment. But if you do everything possible on this earth and then finally just do one comment, then it'll be very difficult to track the changes that you made, and in case if you get an error, it'll be very difficult for you to get back to the previous comment where the everything was working absolutely fine. Okay, so you've commented that, so that's sorted. Now what we need to do is just do cat test.php just to ensure that yes, it's been done, and you can see that we have that. Okay, cool. So when we are in the branch 1, we can see that this line has been added, but remember what we discussed, that branch 1 is basically a branch of the master branch, and whatever changes you make over here, and once they are committed, it will be available in the branch 1 but won't be there in master. So we can see how that works. So let's go back to the master and find out that that's actually true. So as you rightly guessed, we have to use git checkout, because to move between branches or commits, we can use git checkout command. So it's git checkout, and then all we have to write is where we want to go. We want to go to master. And now if we go ahead and check the test.php, we can see that we only have heading. We don't have this extra line of bit of code that we had added onto the branch 1. Okay, so if there are multiple developers who are working on the same project, I can create my branch 1, and let's say the other developer can create his own branch as well and work separately, and later on merge these two branches. So let's say the other developers who's sitting on his system goes ahead and create another branch. So to create a branch, as we all know, it's git branch and the branch name. So he created a branch called branch 2 on his computer. Let's go to the branch 2, and we all know that to do that we'll do git branch no, it's git checkout branch 2. Okay, so remember that we have created a branch 2 out of the master, so it will have all the copy of the files and the content inside of them for the master. It won't have it for the branch 1. Okay, because we had created this branch while we were in the master branch. Okay, so we can make sure that's true. So if we check, we've got these two files inside of it. Now if we check cat test.php, we can see that we have the heading tag, but we don't have this is added in branch 1 because this branch 2 is a copy of master and not branch 1. So now if we go ahead and make any changes into the branch 2, so let's say again we'll go back into the test.php and let's add a line p, and we'll say this is added in branch 2. Okay, so that's p. Alright, let's control X, Y to save it. Okay, now we need to obviously add it and then commit it. So we'll do git add test.php, git status, git commit. I'm sure by this time you're used to what all commands you need to use, sorry. Okay, so we'll say add new content to test.php in branch 2. Okay, so it's committed. Okay, now if we go ahead and check the test.php, you can see that we have got this line added, And as we rightly guessed, if we go ahead and go on to the master branch, which is git checkout master, and then look for this particular change, it won't be there. So cat test. You can see we only have heading, we don't have this line added because those changes were made and committed in branch 2. Okay, and similarly, if you go back to the branch 1, git checkout branch 1, and then look inside of the test.php, you will notice that this is added in branch 1, line is there, but this is added in branch 2, it's not there. So it's very simple. You have the master branch. Okay, let me recap that for you. So you have the master branch. Okay, and whenever you are inside of the master branch, you can use a git branch and the branch name command to create a branch out of it. Okay, and once you do that, it creates a copy of the master branch and puts it inside of the branch 2. You can go to that branch by using the git checkout branch name command, and then once you go inside of it, you can make any changes you want, commit those changes. Those changes will only be available to branch 2, it won't be there anywhere else. Okay, so master branch remains intact. It doesn't matter what's going on in branch 2, the master branch will stay the same unless you make any changes in master branch by going into it. Similarly, you can create a branch 2. Once you are inside of master branch, it'll again create a copy of the master branch into branch 2, and then you can make any changes to branch 2, and those changes will be there inside the branch 2, and it won't be available in master or branch 1. Okay, so that's how you work in different branches. Okay. Cool. Right. Now, if you want to know which branches exist, we have done this before as well. All you have to do is you can say git branch. You can see there are 3 branches: master, which is the main default branch, the branch 1, branch 2, and currently you are inside of the branch 1. That's why it's highlighted in green with a star asterisk mark next to it. Okay, how do you delete a branch? Okay, so all you have to do is to git branch -d branch name, and we'll delete that particular branch. Okay, -d is the branch called the branch name. Okay, remember, you need to be inside a different branch while deleting it. Okay, so let's say if I want to delete a particular branch, which say, so git branch, and before we do that, I also like to let you know that -d, the small d, will be used when branch is already merged. Save delete, and d deletes a branch irrespective of whether it's merged or not. So in case if you merged any branch, which we're going to discuss in some time, then you should use the small d flag, and if you have not merged it, you can use -d. But the small d also means that it'll be a save delete. So let's try the small d, and I want to delete the branch 1. It says cannot delete branch 1, checkout at user new repository. Okay, let's try the capital D. That's not happening. Let me see why. Just one moment. Sorry, it says that remember, you need to be inside of a different branch while deleting it, not in the same branch. That's why it wasn't working. So let's go to git checkout master. Okay, and then try this with the small d. The branch is not fully merged. If you are unsure to delete it, run git branch d branch 1. So it just says that the branch 1 is not fully merged, and if you're sure you want to delete it, it uses git branch -d branch 1. So it just gives you a message like a save delete. It gives you a message before deleting it. Okay, so you can now use the capital D to delete it, and it's deleted. Okay, so now if you use the command git branch, you can see that that branch will no longer be there. So you can see now we only have the master and the branch 2. We no longer have the branch 1 because we've deleted it. So just to recap, you need to be on a different you need to be inside of a different branch in order for you to delete a specific branch. Okay, and in the next video we're going to learn how to merge the branches. Okay, thank you.